Good evening again. I'm Ken McLeod. The missing daughter of the mayor of Taunton has been found. 18-year-old Riley O'Connell was reunited with her parents today and is now receiving medical attention. O'Connell went missing from a mental health and drug rehab facility in Ohio early Wednesday morning. The family says they are grateful for all the support they've received throughout this ordeal. An oil slick was spotted near Buzzards Bay this morning. A Coast Guard helicopter determined it was approximately 150 to 300 feet wide and about a mile long. At this point, it's not clear where the oil came from. The Coast Guard says it is monitoring the situation. Senators Ed Markey and Elizabeth Warren are asking the National Highway Transportation Safety Administration to reconsider its stance on the so-called right to repair law. This week, the agency told automakers to ignore the Massachusetts law, which is meant to give independent mechanics access to diagnostic data in new cars. This is a law which voters in Massachusetts have approved twice. The feds claim sharing the data would make it easier for criminals to take control of cars remotely. Markey and Warren want a better explanation from the agency about its concerns and why it didn't say something sooner. Happening tomorrow, an exhibit honoring the players that broke baseball's color barrier opens in Boston. Barrier Breakers tells the story of the players who refused to accept the notion that they were unfit to play in the major leagues based on the color of their skin.
And this is a wonderful look back at, again, those integration pioneers who not only help make our game better, but more importantly, they help make our country better.
The exhibit will be on display at Emerson College through August 4th. It's open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Admission is free. You can hear more from Bob Kendrick tonight at 11:35 on Sports Final over on Channel 4. Father's Day at Fenway did not turn out to be a relaxing time for one Milton dad. During the first game of today's doubleheader, one of his young sons was given a foul ball only to throw it back, creating quite the family drama. That Father's Day faux pas quickly went viral on social media. WBZ's Laura Hafley sat down with the Mulligan family, and they say this is certainly a trip to the ballpark they'll remember.
Father's Day at Fenway brought fans from all over Boston to watch the Yankees take on the Red Sox, and for one family, the day was almost a disaster until it wasn't. The Mulligan family celebrated Father's Day at Fenway during Sunday's doubleheader versus the Yankees.
Going to a Red Sox-Yankees game on Father's Day is a special thing. You know, my wife, Jamie is the one who bought the tickets, and it was a nice surprise.
But the game wasn't the only surprise in store for the family, sitting in left field, right above the Green Monster.
The next thing I know, everyone. And there's a ball there.
A fly ball landed just a few rows in front of the Mulligans, picked up by a fan who gave the ball to the boys.
He very graciously turned around and handed the ball to Charlie.
Charlie, who plays catch with Dad all the time, did what you're supposed to do when someone gives you a baseball.
He knows when he gets a baseball, you throw it. He launched it into left field, yeah.
Chaos ensued. Older brother Jack, incredibly emotional over the lost ball, and the crowd was too. Who were you trying to throw it to?
I was upset at my brother at the time. I know people in the Green Monster looked at us. Everybody was laughing.
But the Red Sox made sure Jack and his family had the last laugh, sending signed baseballs and a game-worn jersey from Will Middlebrooks and Kenley Jansen.
I've never had one of these before, and I've always wanted one. I think I'll remember it forever.
You've had 8 Father's Day celebrations. Where does this rank out of the 8 Father's Days that you've had?
Oh boy, I don't think anything compares to this one.
We did learn that Mom was at the concession stand getting snacks for the family, so she actually didn't see this happen, but Dad's promised to make Mother's Day extra special next year to make up for it. Outside of Fenway Park, Laura Hafley, WBZ News.
A Portsmouth, Rhode Island couple is taking do-it-yourself to a new level after becoming frustrated by red tape. They took it upon themselves to clean up the trash that litters part of the Narragansett Bay shoreline. More on that from R.J. Heim.
Parts of Gull Cove and Portsmouth are overseen by RIDOT, another part by Rhode Island DEM. But an online search shows no records as to who owns the property adjacent to it. And so when trash piles up from Narragansett Bay tidal flow and careless humans, there's a lot of finger pointing. Retired now, Randy Match decided to volunteer for a Middletown cleanup. Since then, he sees trash everywhere. with his wife, Kathy, it's do it yourself.
We have a granddaughter. We're looking at her future and, her kids' future.
It took Randy and Kathy 4 months on their own to clear the furthest quarter-mile stretch of Gull Cove over here, to clean up more than 3,000 pounds of trash. DEM agreed to pick it all up this week if they put it where DEM has legal jurisdiction. What he'd really like to see, he says, is more enforcement and consequences for those doing the trashing and a coordinated, ongoing effort at the state level to tackle the growing problem.
All right, let's get a check on that forecast now with the meteorologist, Sarah Robleski.
Today was better than yesterday, but we are still on the cool side.